In the year 1908, the port of Assab, located in Eritrea's Dankalia region, became a point of contention. This port was granted to Italy by Emperor Menelik II of Ethiopia as part of a treaty recognizing Ethiopia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. However, Italy breached this treaty when it invaded Ethiopia in 1935, instigating the Second Italo-Ethiopian War. This war concluded in 1941 with Italy's defeat and Ethiopia regaining its independence. Post-World War II, Eritrea was integrated into Ethiopia as a federated state under a United Nations resolution. But in 1962, Ethiopia dissolved this arrangement and annexed Eritrea, sparking a war of independence that lasted until 1991. Eritrea finally achieved statehood in 1993, following a referendum backed by Ethiopia, yet the border remained contested, particularly around the port of Assab, which Ethiopia claimed as its historic right and economic lifeline. In 1998, the border town of Badme became the epicenter of a brutal war between Ethiopia and Eritrea. This conflict escalated, leading to the loss of tens of thousands of lives and the displacement of millions. The war concluded in 2000 with a peace agreement that established a boundary commission to demarcate the border based on colonial treaties and international law. However, Ethiopia rejected the commission's ruling, which awarded Badme and other territories, including Assab, to Eritrea. Ethiopia's refusal to withdraw its troops from the disputed areas led to a nearly 20-year stalemate, marked by diplomatic isolation, economic hardship, and internal unrest for both nations. In 2018, a historic breakthrough occurred when Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed announced his acceptance of the Boundary Commission's decision and his intent to normalize relations with Eritrea. This led to a series of meetings between Abiy and Eritrea's president, Isaias Afwerki, culminating in the agreement to end the state of war and restore diplomatic ties, and to cooperate on trade, transport, and security issues. However, the border demarcation remains unimplemented and the status of Assab unclear. Ethiopia has expressed interest in accessing the port for its landlocked economy, proposing leasing or joint administration with Eritrea. But Eritrea has rejected any notion of compromising its sovereignty over Assab. Even within Eritrea, the Afar ethnic group, inhabitants of the Dankalia region, have opposed the government, claiming ancestral rights over Assab and accusing the government of marginalization and human rights violations. In conclusion, the dispute over Assab appears unlikely to be resolved through international courts unless Eritrea agrees to third-party arbitration or mediation. This would necessitate mutual trust and goodwill between the two countries, elements that remain fragile and uncertain. Moreover, any legal resolution would need to consider the interests and rights of the local population, as well as regional and international implications. This historical dispute between Ethiopia and Eritrea therefore underscores the complexity and significance of geopolitical conflicts and their far-reaching impacts.